Hey guys, this is Scott. I wanted to do a video representation of one of my favorite drills. I actually learned this from Ralph Eckert. I've seen it in a few different places throughout the years as well, but I feel he gives it the best explanation and treatment of anywhere that I've really seen it. So it's a very useful drill. I recommend it to most of my students, and I even do it myself occasionally. And as you'll see, it's very versatile and can be used to practice a wide variety of things. The basic method for practicing the drill is to line up 15 balls across the middle of the table and line up the cue ball approximately 2 diamonds away from the ball along the head string. If you're a beginning or intermediate player, you can set the cue ball a little closer, maybe a diamond and a half or even a diamond away for beginners. The goal is just to have a specific spot that you're starting from. Start with the first ball on the rail and line up your shot so that it's straight into the pocket, and then go through your entire pre-shot routine, concentrate, and the goal is to try to shoot a perfect stop shot at a nice, smooth, normal shooting speed. Most people, when they do this drill, they shoot too hard, which limits the size of the effective size of the pocket. And the other thing you're trying for, again, is to work on that perfect stop shot from roughly 2 diamonds away. You should really only be having to hit slightly below center and a nice smooth speed. If you accidentally put any follow or draw on the ball or have any extra side rotation on the ball, you will be able to see that. And so this drill is great for kind of self-diagnosing issues. It's also great for working on changes in your pre-shot routine. If you're working on a stance change or grip change or something like that, you can set up this drill and do it a bunch of times while you're working on that change as opposed to just shooting random shots. And I don't know, for me, I find a lot of kind of comfort, if that makes sense, in doing the drill and kind of a centering type of drill. And I really like it. As far as the number of balls goes, it's not super important, but obviously it'd be nice to make them all. I'm a fairly decent player, and I typically will make 14 or 15 out of 15. There's occasionally I might even miss an extra one and only make 13, but my goal is again to try to work on my fundamentals and execute properly. So let's go ahead and get into the drill, and then I'll talk about a few other ways you can do this while we're watching. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with the execution of the drill. As you can see, I've got the balls lined up across the table, cue ball 2 diamonds away. I lined it up toward the pocket, going through my pre-shot routine. I'm going to make a nice, smooth stop shot, same speed I would in a game. You notice that the ball's going into the hole nicely, rolling into the hole, not slamming into the hole. Also notice that I'm going through my pre-shot routine again, taking my time to line it up. I didn't hit that one super clean. That's actually a mistake I see a lot of students make. They inadvertently line up the ball toward the center of the hole of the pocket and not the center between the points of the pocket, and that results in rubbing that long rail on the way in. Now I'm shooting these at a nice smooth speed, but many people shoot too hard, and or if you have to shoot hard for position reasons or whatever, you'll find that that will cause them quite a few misses. So hitting the ball a little easier and paying attention to the true center of the pocket will definitely help. Now this is the primary way of doing the drill, shooting stop shots all the way across. Ralph Eckert actually recommends doing this something crazy like 3 or 5,000 times. 15 balls apiece, that's a lot of repetitions. But there's also many other ways you can do this drill. So I'm going to shoot these first 7 with the stop shot, and then we'll talk about the other methods on the last 7 balls. Now it's interesting there, you see that I missed the ball, but I actually stopped the cue ball dead. And what that likely means is when I lined up the ball, I wasn't paying attention to the pocket, and your mind gets so programmed to just hit a nice smooth stop shot. In order to hit a stop shot, you have to hit the ball full. You saw on that one, the cue ball actually drifted slightly. So, like I said, I typically will do 14 or 15 out of these, occasionally 13. So, okay, so now I'm going to do the second variation of this drill, which is shooting follow shots. Same idea, try to line up straight in, and you want to follow the cue ball directly into the pocket behind the object ball. Now you can see there the cue ball hit almost a diamond away from the pocket, so that wasn't a very good shot. I'm still happy I made the ball, followed the ball nice and smooth, but that likely meant that I cut the ball to my right more so than it should have been. I could also have been lined up slightly off and compensated. Okay, that's the ideal right there, what you want to do, and that's actually harder than it looks. So you have to hit the ball, line it up perfectly straight, and hit it perfectly straight. Even if you're a little eighth of an inch or quarter inch off in your aim, it will result in the cue ball traveling down the tangent line somewhat before it follows forward and not following it directly into the pocket. For me, for myself, for my skill level, as long as I get close and I hit like the point, let's say, or within an inch or so of the pocket, like right there, I still consider that to be a fairly successful shot. Again, not too bad right there. So that would be the follow drill. Like I said, what I would recommend you doing is actually doing several lines of 15 balls with stop shots and then doing several lines of follow. Now I'm going to execute the draw portion of the drill. Again, same concept, but instead of following to the pocket, I'm going to try to draw back to the end rail. If your draw stroke isn't very good, you can certainly move the cue ball closer or have your goal be to draw the ball back to where the cue ball started as an initial point. But as you can see, I'm not really changing my speed all that much in order to draw the ball back to the end rail. I'm just aiming lower on the cue ball, same smooth acceleration, and just letting the cue do the work and pulling the ball back. Okay, so as we're winding this drill down, I did pretty much as expected. I made 14 out of 15, hit most of my shots properly, and pretty happy with that. Could I have made 15 out of 15? Sure. And when I do these videos, and you'll see in the future as well, my goal is not to show you how good I can play once out of 4 hours. The reality is that I make usually 14 or 15 balls, and I could have done this for an hour and captured the perfect video, but I like to be realistic in the training videos and show you what a typical A player, let's say, might do. I'm not a pro player, and I don't think it's realistic to cut away or to just keep doing something until you happen to get it right. I think you should be able to execute things on demand, more or less. So, anyways, definitely practice this drill. I try to do 3 or 4 lines of this, maybe 2 stop shot, 1 follow, 1 draw every time you practice. Take your time with it. You'll definitely see results. Most of my students that do this and actually practice it, I see huge results in their stroke mechanics and their confidence at the table, their ability to execute stop shots from a pretty common distance, such as 2 feet. And then from there, they can extrapolate and they learn how to hit stop shots very well from 3 feet or 4 feet or 1 foot. So you can also measure this differently. You can count how many out of 15 you make and kind of keep track of your personal best. If you're good enough to make quite a few balls, you can work on a high run. If you get past 15, you can set the 15 balls up again and keep going. That adds a little pressure to your practice, which is always good. In addition to the 3 types of shots we showed, you can also practice replacement shots, where the cue ball replaces the object ball, and draw back roughly a ball width. And that works on some of your finer position play and tip position control as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video. please provide, if you have any feedback, please, you can provide that in the Ask the Instructor section in the forum. And until next time, thanks for watching.